Oh, look at the glory there. That is some beautiful coffee. Well, the coffee's flowing and it's time to get going. Hey, welcome back to Questions Over Coffee. My name's Kevin Smith. It's good to see you again. Want a cup of coffee? Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. If you have a comment or question, leave in the section below. We'll get to it just as fast as we can. Today's question comes from Captain Chaos 1311. Captain Chaos writes, "Hi Kevin, I have got a tricky question. Can Christians be politicians? It's definitely not my career goal, but the thing is, I'm turned off by it because it seems no politician can stop lying, being greedy, and generally acting in their own interests. It's like either they start with the best of intentions or just act like that from the get-go." Captain Chaos, great question. I will tell you that I certainly agree with you in that is not a career goal. I do not have any urge to go into politics of any kind myself. I do know that there are some Christians that take the stance that yes, they do want to go into politics so that they can have a positive impact instead of all the negative impact, hopefully to, shine some light for Christ in that dark particular profession. However, I can also tell you that in Scripture, Jesus never insisted that someone change professions when they were convinced that he was the Son of God, when they were changed by a conversation they had with him. And by the time you have Paul writing, he's writing to those in Caesar's house and, things of that nature. So it was one of those situations that if they were in politics when they became believers, when they became Christians, that they were not asked to change professions. Now, some probably did change professions, but we have no record of that occurring. Now, that being said, the question still holds. Is it a good thing for a Christian to be a politician? And I guess the best answer is it's tough. It would be tough because of the demands within that particular field. The demands for lying, the demands for basically trying to sell whatever stance they had to take on whatever political issue, things of that nature. Let me point you to Ephesians chapter 4 and some of the things that a Christian, no matter what field they're in, must seek to pursue. We're going to consider verses 20 through 27, but the second half of chapter 4 deals with the change from a Gentile-esque person and non-believer to a believer, and the changes that happen, or the changes that should happen, should I say, after they become a Christian. But let's consider chapter 4, 20 through 27. Let's go ahead and read that. "But you did not learn Christ in this way, if indeed you have heard him and have been taught in him, just as truth is in Jesus, that in reference to your former manner of life, you lay aside the old self, which is being corrupted in accordance with the lusts of deceit, and that you be renewed by the spirit of your mind, and put on the new self, which in the likeness of God has been created in righteousness and holiness of the truth. Therefore, laying aside falsehood, speak truth, each one of you with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be angry, and yet do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, and do not give the devil an opportunity. So from from there, I mean, you can see this applies to any career, whether you're dealing with something like politics or banking or even preaching. It's one of those situations where we can't necessarily tell somebody what they want to hear if what they want to hear is actually not the truth. And some fields are harder to do truth than others. So I have a question for you. What would drive a Christian specifically into a high-risk field, specifically a high-risk field for their faith? Leave me a comment in the section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. Thank you for our time together today. I look forward to the next time. Keep pressing forward.